Does it matter when, let's say I'm training, I'm lifting weights. Does it matter when I eat my protein? Before training, after training, right after training?
No, it doesn't matter.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, what matters is...
Welcome back to another episode of Truth on a Plate, where we serve facts, not fads. Today, it's a very, very interesting episode. It's a very close topic to my heart. I've been suffering from this challenge for many, many years now, and we're gonna discuss with the expert on how and what to eat when training. I'd like to welcome David McCall with me. David is a friend, my personal trainer in the past. Moved to the UAE 10 years ago. He's been a personal trainer and health coach for the past 15 years. Thank you, David. If you'd like to please introduce yourself quickly.
Yeah, like you said, I've been here 10 years and I've worked in the industry for 15 years. And my background is in professional rugby. So I come from an extensive, fitness background from the age of 10, 11 years old. So it's been my passion my whole life.
This is a very interesting topic, and maybe I'm going to use you now. I didn't use it before.
Yeah.
I've been training for 20 years.
Yeah.
And I haven't seen results. I gain weight, I lose weight, gain a little bit of muscles, I lose a lot of muscles. How and what to eat when training, obviously, is very, very important.
Yes.
So give us the relationship, please, between the nutrition, training, and we're going to do a deep dive on this very interesting topic.
Sure. The easiest way I would say to describe the relationship between training and nutrition is that your training creates a stimulus or provides a stimulus, and your nutrition is what actually allows adaptations to take place. So the two really work very complementary to each other. You can't have one without the other. Let's say, for example, you have, in your case, at one point when we were trying to build muscle. So our training is catered towards creating a certain stimulus to build muscle, and your nutrition is then going to allow those adaptations to take place. So to build muscle, we need to make sure that we're consuming enough calories, enough of the right nutrients, specifically protein and carbs, to make sure that you can actually build muscle. Without that surplus, then the stimulus is almost useless. Not useless, but it's not as...
It actually is useless for me.
Yes.
I didn't gain any muscles. I can feel my strength in my body, muscle mass. It hasn't improved. So two questions that would come to my mind. I think there are two critical questions. The first one is what to eat.
Yes.
And the second question would be when to eat.
Yes.
So let's do a deep dive on this. And I'd like to know, for a normal guy, you have probably 50 clients today with you. What do you advise them on what to eat? And I know you just launched your own meal plan brand, Clean Cut. How did you design Clean Cut? And that's everything related to what to eat. And then we'll do a deep dive later on when to eat it.
Sure. So when we were designing the meal prep company, a lot of it was targeting the pain points that I see and that I've had to deal with a lot of my clients. So the first most common thing is that I usually see is people under-eating protein, which is super important whether you're trying to lose weight, lose body fat specifically, or trying to build muscle. So this is probably the number one focus that I would push my clients towards in terms of what's most important for, whether your goal is weight loss or actually building muscle. Secondly would be, in terms of overall consumption, this trumps meal timing as well. So
we're gonna get to the meal timing.
Yeah, sure.
I'm really interested to understand what to eat. If I use a 2,000 calorie daily average of consumption. How many calories? If I'm training and I'm lifting weights. How many calories should I have? Maybe we can talk about calories. We can talk about percentages.
Yeah, percentages is what I would always start people on a base zone diet, which is usually 40% of your calories is coming from protein, 40% from carbs, and 20% from fats. This is usually the most effective way for everyone to start, and it incorporates more of a balanced lifestyle as opposed to any extreme fad dieting, which is pushing you into a keto sense or a carnivore sense. Just a straightforward zone diet. is usually where I would start people. And then personal preference can be adjusted on a case-by-case
So
basis.
today, if I eat 2,000 calories a day on
Yes,
average,
yes.
I don't lose weight, I don't gain weight.
Yes.
This is my need, my daily requirement.
Yeah.
If I'm training,
Yes.
how many calories do I need to have?
Depends on what your goal is.
Yeah.
So if you're training you're saying if you are training already and maintaining your weight at 2,000 calories.
I'm not training. I'm maintaining 2,000 calories just without training.
Oh, without training.
Right.
Then obviously, if you're training, you can probably consume a little bit more and still lose body fat.
Gotcha.
So that's a calculation that would have to be made once we look at the overall.
So let's say, like, if we're gonna guess, my body composition. Let's say
Yes.
like 2,500 calories,
Yeah.
like maybe 25% more.
Yeah, exactly. So we would look at measuring your output first. So you're going to be training, you're probably going to be doing some form of cardio. Your output probably looks like 2,500 calories.
Gotcha.
Your input would be 2,000 calories. So this is where the body fat and the fat loss actually takes place with that negative energy balance. And then you can play around with it as things progress because your needs will change as you kind of progress.
Sure, it differs from one body to another.
Yeah.
What kind of protein do you recommend? Is it like an animal protein, plant protein? Like, what do you recommend?
I mean, the more whole and natural proteins we can consume, the better.
Yeah.
I only really advise people to take supplement proteins if they can't consume it from natural foods or whole foods straight away. But animal proteins, eggs, fish, Greek yogurts, all that kind of thing, tofu, all at the top of the list.
What is your like an average? I know you eat clean cut every day, but what do you order on a typical day? Like, what does your food include?
On a typical day, my food is very, I would say, like bodybuilding style. It's very plain, but I more eat for fuel as opposed to like flavor during the week. Anyway, I try to make it that way.
But why not
usually,
flavor? Like,
I mean, some flavor, but I just like plain food.
Got you.
It just sits better with me personally. But
It's a personal preference.
yeah, exactly. But usually I choose foods which are, let's say, for example, if I'm, on a calorie deficit, I will choose foods which are high volume but low calorie. So if I'm opting for carbs, it's most likely potatoes over rice.
Oh, you do take potatoes over rice?
Yes,
Okay,
because
interesting.
but potatoes I can fill my plate with potatoes and it's a lot of volume, but it's lower calorie than the same amount of rice.
Interesting.
So these are some of the tricks or some of the little things that you can do.
Maybe we need to have another session just on that because, like, I
Yes.
eat a lot of rice.
Yeah,
but
yeah.
I enjoy it. I think
Yes.
potato, of course, I'm talking about baked potatoes, not fried.
Yeah.
So maybe I should rethink of this.
It's one option to look at, yeah. But aside from that, the way I like to do it is, make sure every meal has at least 20 to 50 grams of protein at regular intervals throughout the day. This is to keep you full, it's to optimize protein synthesis, and it's going to help you in terms of sustainability as well, because you're not going to be starving, throughout the day.
So that's gonna take us to the last question
Yeah.
of today's episode. Like, what is the prime time, the optimal time to eat?
Yes.
So we just discussed what to eat, but when to eat?
Yeah.
What is your advice?
There is no optimal timing. I would say there is an optimal overall amount.
Yeah.
But in terms of, let's say, for example, if your goal is to lose weight, your meal timing doesn't necessarily matter as much as your overall consumption matters. So what I would still suggest is regular intervals throughout the day, and your training will be planned around that,
I believe when I do intermittent fasting,
Yes.
very busy lifestyle, etc. And if I say I consume 2,000 calories, but I consume it towards the end of the day,
Yeah.
does that matter if I consume it towards the end of the day or the end of the day?
No, that's exactly my point. Is what matters more is the 2,000 calories is 2,000 calories,
Gotcha.
whether it's consumed
Gotcha.
in the last hour of the day or whether it's spread out throughout the day.
Gotcha.
What I would say is that the nutritional uptake is different, though, and the protein synthesis is different, and it's consumed in a smaller window.
Gotcha.
So I don't usually advise intermittent fasting unless there's a specific reason for it, especially not for my female clients.
Right.
But for some people it works. If it's sustainable for you, that's fine.
One last question. Does it matter when, let's say I'm training, I'm lifting weights. Does it matter when I eat my protein? Before training, after training, right after training, 2 hours after?
No, it doesn't matter.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, well, like I said to you, what matters is overall consumption.
Yeah, because we had a lot of myths out there. Like I heard, like it's better to eat
Yes,
like 50 grams of protein
there's
right
an
after
eating
you work out.
window, and
Yeah.
no, like it's not going to make any difference to the outcome. So I would say, like personally, I don't like to eat straight after training. I need a couple hours for my body just to settle down, and then I will eat.
What
You know,
about before training? Does that make
before training, I would say it's better just to be fueled. So if you do have a meal in you, at least you have some glycogen, then you can push harder in the session.
Right.
So this creates a stronger stimulus for change. So
Got it.
I wouldn't advise training on empty. I prefer all my clients to be
you
fueled.
need some energy? I agree.
Yes,
Great.
for sure.
Listen, this has been fantastic. I've learned a lot. Thank you so much. I appreciate it. We'll have another session on balancing the lifestyle and the timing and stuff. We'll do like a little bit deep dive. So thank you so much, David. I really appreciate it.
Sure.
If you enjoyed this episode, please follow us on Instagram at mealplanet_UAE or on YouTube. Did you enjoy this conversation? Follow us on YouTube, Instagram, and TikTok for more.